Peer pressure sounds very childish, but is a very adult problem. Have you ever felt lost, depressed, and disappointed in yourself when your friends all had direction, goals, and future stability for themselves, while you were still struggling to find them? Peer pressure is about the influence that these peers can have on each other. When faced with this kind of pressure, you always feel that you have to achieve the same things that your peers in society are doing to be liked and respected. Despite peer pressure regardless of age or environment, teenagers are the subjects most often mentioned when it comes to peer pressure, because of the lack of life experiences, as well as physiological changes that make them more susceptible to impact. Peer pressure is often perceived as negative, such as guilt, low self-esteem, jealousy of others, etc. But in reality, it doesn't always bring terrible effects. The positive side peer pressure brings is that it motivates you to become better, to always strive and develop. We are influenced by peer pressure for several common reasons, such as an undeveloped mindset, for teenagers, a desire to fit in, which makes us always try to correct ourselves to conform to the community, the standards of society in each period, bury our own opinions and ideals, being compared with others in a group. Perhaps each of us always encounters this problem. This is like an Asian culture. And finally, social media, it is like a double-edged sword that makes us increase the pressure when we see success and comfortable life of other people. To overcome peer pressure, you need to overcome your own barriers. Establish and cherish life principles that are more toward personal values. Always respect yourself. Instead of chasing after something outside, focus on what you need, ignore the wrong gossip, and don't depend on other people's judgment. This does not mean that you are stubborn and refuse to change. Everyone has completely different goals and ideals. What is useful in others' life may not be what you need. Define clear life goals. Only when you have a clear life purpose, and have the will to move forward, you will be motivated to get rid of peer pressure. Understand their limits. Each person always has a hidden ability, and limits cannot be compared between one person and another. There will be times when you feel impatient, when you succeed slower than others. However, everyone's success is not measured against a standard of time. As long as you are still striving and on the right track, you always have choices. Coco Chanel once said, "Beauty begins the moment you decide to be yourself." Only when you are yourself, and understand what you want and do, you can confidently choose a better life. Respect other people's choices. They give opinions and choices that are not based on your standards, so don't feel uncomfortable when it's not yours. Respecting others is also respecting yourself. Have a positive attitude towards peer pressure, that it is your opportunity to see what you are lacking. You shouldn't just feel pressured or regretful because of what your peers have achieved, and you haven't. You just need to do what's best, and just enough for you.